is the Herd Line News.
I love when Tom Brady's dad decides to talk and give us a little bit of insight into Tom Brady, because I feel like we never get the truth unless we're hearing from his dad.
We get this like once a year.
Yeah, it's so odd because you think that Tom would put a stop to it.
He's usually mad, right? There's something that's got his...
He usually, I think, takes subtle jabs at the Patriots, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes not so subtle, yes.
Yeah, I think this might be one of them as well. And so I'm going to read to you this quote. It says, "I tend to think Tommy's probably got another 2 years now as a starter, at least even if the Patriots draft another quarterback. Tommy says he wants to play until he's 45, but Bill Belichick, he makes decisions he deems are best for the team. If he thinks it's best for the team to find a replacement when Tommy's 42 or 43 years old, he'll do that." So I first love that he calls him Tommy.
Yeah.
And second, he's definitely saying, hey, Tom plans to play until he's 45, and if he doesn't, it's going to be because it's Bill Belichick's decision.
And I think we've talked about this before. When the Colts, I've always said this, when you get a divorce, you do realize that she's going to find somebody else.
Yeah.
So either don't get a divorce or be a grown-up and deal with it. When Peyton Manning left and Brett Favre left their teams, they went on to be really good elsewhere. Mm-hmm. If New England lets go of him, just be comfortable with him saying, you know what, I'm going to go play blank Arizona, and I'm going to win a bunch of games.
So I wonder if he would play for another team, though. Or would he just
If
retire?
Derek Jeter would have had what Tom Brady still has left in the tank, I contend that Jeter would have gone down to Tampa or somewhere and played for a couple years. But Jeter was shot. He was not the same player. But if Tom's playing at this level, and by the way, what if like Bruce Arians at Arizona goes, Tom knows everybody in the league, and Tom's like, I got to be honest with you. Bruce Arians, they got 4 or 5 receivers. I think Tom will consider it. I'm not sure he will, but he'll consider it.
I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bill Belichick, though, his win yesterday over the Broncos gives him his 270th career win as a head coach, which now puts him tied for 3rd place with Tom Landry. And he, very in his unenthusiastic way, sort of, complimented some people and thanked them for helping him achieve this. Kind of.
Look, it's flattering, but honestly, I don't think that's the story tonight. The story is what our team did, the way our team performed, and look, to win games in this league, you need great players, and I've been fortunate. I've had a lot of great players, and a lot of great assistant coaches and great staffs. So, that's really what it's about.
So that's probably the biggest thank you you're ever going to get from Bill Belichick. Like when he gives a retirement speech or a Hall of Fame speech, I can't wait to hear what that's going to sound like.
He'll be the greatest coach or player to give the worst Hall of Fame speech ever.
You think so?
Well, it's
or will he surprise everyone and be really enthusiastic and happy?
It didn't surprise me. Parcells had one of the all-time great speeches, but Bill, when we bring him on the show, Bill's actually, like Nick Saban and Bill look grumpy, but they're actually great in front of a microphone. Saban's great in front of a microphone. Parcells is when he wants to be. Mm-hmm. Does Belichick have the gear to even be great in front of a microphone? I'm not.
Well, I've seen him one time, and I told you a little bit, removed from football. He was at a basketball game with his girlfriend, and I talked to him there.
Yes.
And his demeanor was very different. Maybe it was the girlfriend bringing it out of him. I'm not sure.
He was happy, you mean?
Yeah.
So that was different?
Happy and speaking like with levels of inflection. So that's very different.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And finally, Atlanta's defensive end, Adrian Claiborne, excuse me. Yeah. He had 6 sacks in the game yesterday.
Unbelievable.
And 5 of them were against Chaz Green.
Horrible.
So after Claiborne's 5th sack, Troy Aikman really lit into Chaz Green. Here it is.
Now 3rd and 13. Prescott sacked again. Guess who?
You just cannot get beat outside if you're Chaz Green. You've got help from Jonathan Cooper to the inside. Just don't get beat outside, and he gives it up. It's a pretty embarrassing play. It's about as bad as I've seen anyone get beat in a football game in all my years of watching football.
He's so
Yikes.
right.
I hope you didn't watch that game back.
That was my whole thing is you've got help from the guard on the inside. Just protect your left shoulder. I mean, I'm not a football player, right? But God.
Yeah, that's
I mean, if you're a corner and you got help on the inside, then just protect the outside shoulder. It's not that hard, right? Claiborne's a good player. He's not Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, 5 times. Really no excuse for that.
Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.